Today we're gonna be building a tiny A-frame home. This is gonna be a 10 by 10. I got Elijah over here who's gonna be helping me build the foundation and everything else. So stay tuned. Push it back. Back. So right now we temporarily putting all the joists together, just to make sure that everything's all measure out and everything's square before we start using the 4x4 to raise the whole foundation. So you will see. So right now Elijah is actually removing the topsoil, and then we're going to be putting some stones in there and then the concrete blocks. So it started raining, and basically we had to run and put in all the tools, but we back again. It's nighttime and it stopped raining, so good thing. Right now, these are the stones that we're going to be using. Elijah already took care of all the corners. We took off the topsoil, and now we're going to be putting some gravel in there. And then we have to level these blocks. And we're gonna do this through all four corners. Gotta remove that one and remove that one. You need to fix it.
I got it.
You need stones in there.
Lift it up. Over here. And move.
Okay, so we have the level set up, and technically what we're doing is we shooting the level all across. I want basically, eventually I'm going to build a deck that's going to spread all the way to here where the level is marking. So this is the position, and the deck will spread all the way down here. In that case, this makes it more easier because the level, now we have to just put a 4x4 and just mark it on each corner, and that will give us this exact cut. flush with that. It's all the way in?
Yep.
Here, mark the, make sure this is sitting on all the way to the back. There you go. So now mark. So the next thing we got to do is measure the corner. Every 16 we have to mark it. Every 16 you have to put a mark in. And we have to do the same thing on the other side. So every 16 we're going to have another joist going across. And for this one, I believe we're going to have 6 or 7 joists in total. Yeah. So we just put our first joist in here. We're gonna leave it right now because it's getting pretty late and it's time to go to sleep. So tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up and finish the whole entire deck or floor section. Everything is all squared. We already made sure that all diagonal sides are equal and everything is matching perfectly. So tomorrow morning we're gonna finish up the whole floor. Elijah, do you want to say something? Huh? I guess he's mute. Okay, until tomorrow. Good morning. So I went to sleep and I was having dreams about this project, and I just thought about something that I should be correcting, and is these 4x4s. I should be making shoulders in order for the structure to sit on something and not only depend on the screws. So you're gonna have to move some of the foundations and correct that. So that's gonna take us some time. Okay, so these are the shoulders that we created. We removed the 4x4 in here and technically notch out 1.5 inches from this side, 1.5 inches from this side. So this is gonna stay on the corner and all the weight is gonna be supported by these rather than by the screws. So we're gonna have to do that throughout all the sides. Most likely, not most likely, we have to remove the foundation, level everything up again, and just make sure everything is all matching up. All right, so this is a comparison of what we did before. This is what we had, and this is with the shoulders. So now this is more secure due to the fact that the weight is being held down here rather than with the screws. So, like I said, we're gonna have to do that through all the sides, and most likely we have to now level all these. But you know, that's part of the process. And meanwhile, homeboy is super tired. No, we're not playing no more. All right. Go find it. So we already fixed all 4 corners and we have leveled everything. And the whole square is square. So check this out. It looks pretty level to me. So that's what we have so far. So now we're gonna start putting the joist in between. Most likely we're missing one more, which we're gonna go to the hardware store to get that. But that's gonna be next. So we're missing one more piece of lumber. We're gonna go get some plywood as well, so we can finish the floor, and also some joist hangers. I forgot the name of those, but I believe they are joist hangers. So we'll be back, and hopefully we finish this section today. So it got pretty late, and this is what we have so far. We are using these screws, which are for like structural. They are for exterior use, so they seem to be pretty strong. So that's what we have. That's our foundation. And after that, we bought some plywood, in which we're gonna use 3/4 plywood to install on the floor. So right now, this is pretty sturdy. We're using 2x8s all over the place, which is gonna be way more than enough for a 10x10. So these screws. Also, we're gonna use these joist hangers. I guess they also call it hurricane ties or whatever the case is. We're gonna be installing these right here underneath those. So that's what we're gonna be doing next. One of the things that we were actually missing is these spacings. We're gonna be adding these spacings in between here to reinforce everything and to avoid this the joist from bending. So that's what we're gonna be doing next. We're gonna be adding spacings on each of the side, and then we're gonna be adding the plywood on top of that. So. Okay, so everything is completed. I added some spacings in here. This will allow for the load to be transferred all across, and also avoid for the lumber to start bending with time. Everything is all leveled up. The only thing we are missing is adding the plywood, which we're gonna be doing in the next video. So just make sure you check out how I designed the little A-frames. It has the little signs. I did some calculation to make sure that everything is all nice and everything matches up. So on to the next video, guys. Thank you for watching.